But you can't fix what you can't see. It's the soul that needs a surgery.
Hey guys, my name is Breeny Lee and welcome back to Soul Surgery. Firstly, I want to bring to your attention an event that I am hosting. So it's basically going to be a Q&A/meet and greet, and it's going to be on June the 2nd. So if you want to purchase tickets to come and see me and hear me speak about these topics live, then definitely see the description box. It's going to be a good night. It's going to have music. We're going to have goodie bags. So I just want to really give something back to you guys for all the support that you've shown me on Soul Surgery. Tickets are £5, or if you want to bring a friend, it will be £8 for the both of you. So it works out better if you bring a friend. The seats are really limited, so please today buy your ticket, and I can't wait to see you guys. So I feel like every video that I do, I have to do a disclaimer, because I feel like this journey I've started, I have done it in front of people, so it's something that you guys are involved in. And I want to say again that this is not an anti-makeup campaign, this is not an anti-weave campaign. This is a stripping down and seeing what's really going on inside your soul, because we can mask things a lot, and I think that for some of us, hair and makeup can be the mask that we are wearing to basically stop us from dealing with our inner issues and our inner problems. And I know this soul surgery is helping so many people, but I just want to bring to you guys attention, I do not hate makeup. I'm wearing it now. I do not hate weave. I will wear it sometime soon. It's not an anti-campaign, it's a pro-campaign, it's a pro-love campaign, it's a pro-self-love campaign. It's not about, oh, she's stopped wearing makeup, she stopped wearing weave. It's about, okay, let's strip down. And now that I've stripped down and I've been able to embrace myself with all of my flaws and all the things that I didn't like, confronting my insecurities, I'm not saying I'm over it, like I'm up, but it's a journey. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that self-love is a journey. And because I'm speaking about this, I can still go through things or still doubt my beauty or still feel insecure. Like, this is a journey and it's going to take a while. So if you're not gonna be walking in my shoes, or you're not on this journey with us, then you can shh. I don't want your advice and I don't want your opinion, and just, you know, focus on what you want to focus on. If you're into hair and makeup, be into hair and makeup, but just make sure that it's not a crutch. Even if it is a crutch for you, keep your crutches. Like, that's cool. Like, for me, I'm doing it for people that are like me, that are able to receive this message. I started this whole thing to basically strip down and to kind of get down and break down the house that I built and build it on proper foundations. And so the aim is not to stay down. The aim is not to stay broken or to stay insecure. The aim is to grow and to grow and to grow. And so that's what I'm doing. So like you see, my hair's pink. My hair's pink now because I'm a creative person. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you'll know that I change my hairstyle like every 2 weeks. And for me, I kept my black hair for like almost a month. And so for now, I'm like, okay, now time to start experimenting. So I feel like this is just me, and if you're going to accept me, you're going to accept every stage of me, whether I'm low or whether I'm in the middle or whether I'm high. Like, just embrace all of me. With that said, let's get into the video. So, self-love or selfie love. What is the difference between self-love and vanity? I feel like when people say, oh, I'm learning to love myself, or I love myself, people are like, calm down, be humble. But it's like, we're not talking about the self-love that is arrogance or the self-love that is vanity. And I feel like the difference between the self-love and the vanity is that they focus on two different things. The vanity side, your hope and your value is all on the outside. It's on your beauty, it's on your looks, it's on the clothes you wear, it's on your possessions, it's on the houses, it's everything that you can attain. Whereas self-love, on the other hand, is about what you can obtain on the inside, like things like love and acceptance and compassion and empathy. Those things that literally you can't buy. Money can't buy these things, but when you have them, they will actually nourish your soul. So for me, self-love is about things that are inward, that show out, the things that you can actually tangibly give to people. So smiling is like so contagious. I don't know if you guys have ever walked down the street and someone just smiled at you and it completely changes everything. And for me, self-love is those things that you can give to people that aren't necessarily physical, but mean so much more. And that's what soul surgery is about. It's like, what can I put inside? What are the values I can produce within myself that's going to make me a better person and not just look like a better person? So there's nothing wrong with looking good on the outside. That's perfectly fine. Just make sure your inside and your outside are actually matching up. That's what makes you an all-round beautiful person. Because how many of you guys know someone that looks stunning, that looks beautiful, but inside they are just not nice? Like, they're not a nice person. Their energy is off, they're rude, but they look beautiful. We really have to just be like, okay, who am I? And I feel like self-love is really about knowing who you are. And I feel like when you know who you are, you know who you're not. So even if someone comes to you with judgment and says, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're like, no, I'm not. I know myself, so it's cool. And you're open to criticism because you like, it doesn't affect you because you know that's not who you are. And you know yourself better than anybody else. My journey of self-love has also been a lot about knowing myself and getting to know myself and what do I like and what do I dislike. I see self-love as making peace with yourself. And when we talk about ourselves, we're talking about the self that is the real self, my core person. At present, we live in a very, very vain society. Of course, social media doesn't help. I like to look at things deeply, so I like to see like what's really going on. And of course, taking a selfie is harmless. I'm not against selfies, guys. I love a good selfie, but I think the constant obsession of one's face or one's body can be a bit damaging. Let's talk about Snapchat, for instance. Okay, Snapchat is obviously about showing your best bits and stuff, but there are definitely some people that I follow that all day, all you see is their face or their body all day. And I really feel like celebrities like Black China and Kylie Jenner have really started this epidemic of just, you know, putting a camera up to their face, not saying anything, showing the whole body, showing everything. It's just like, it's just very vain. It's like, what's inside of it? What's in that? And of course, I'm going to be honest, I like a good selfie. I like a good silent selfie, or a, like, you know, when you sing along with songs, like, I like a good silent selfie. But every day, it comes to a point where you're just like, just put your phone down, just chill out, like, relax. And it's like, what are we actually seeking? What is our intention? I think some people will post a selfie just to kind of generate some sort of like envy, or like, okay, hey, look at me, look what I'm wearing, look what I've got today. And I know a lot of people that I follow do this, so this is not a bash to anybody, but it's just like, come on. What are we really doing? Like, what are we doing in our society? We spend the whole day looking at ourselves, not just on our phones, in the mirror, it's in the shop window. We're always constantly checking our reflection. And the week that I went without makeup, I noticed how much I actually look in the mirror and how much I obviously observe myself. And I thought to myself, why am I doing this? Why am I constantly checking? Like, I left the house in the morning, everything should be fine, right? But what am I checking? And I felt like I was constantly checking how I was being viewed to other people. So it was like, what are they seeing? Like, I want to know what they're seeing. Not necessarily, okay, do I look okay? Have I got something in my eye? But constantly checking just to kind of check. It can become very obsessive. And I feel like we live in a vain society, because we have Instagram, we have Snapchat, we have Facebook, we have all these memes, Twitter, we have to know what you're thinking. Instagram, we have to know what you're eating, what you look like. Facebook, we have to share our holiday pictures with our families. Like, it's just constantly just very self-absorbed. And if we're not careful, we will become very self-absorbed. Okay, there's a life to live outside of social media. There's a life to live outside of your camera phone or outside of your appearance. And honestly, I challenge some of you guys just to slow down on the selfie addiction. Like, sometimes, yeah, cool, you look good, okay, take a selfie and post it and then be gone. Like, you don't have to spend a whole day looking at yourself. I mean, you can if you want, like, no offense, like, you can do if you want, but it's just like, you're wasting so much time. Why are we doing this? Who are we looking for? Whose approval are we looking for? And another thing that I noticed, especially on Snapchat, is the filters. How many of you guys are addicted to Snapchat filters? I most definitely was. Before I did this whole makeup challenge, I honestly never, ever Snapchatted without a filter. And then when I had the week without makeup, I felt like, why would I not wear makeup and still put a filter on? It's like, well, why? Like, what's the point? It doesn't even make any sense. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do a filter as I truly am, as I truly look. And my friend back in the day used to hate filters, but he was like, that's not even how they look. But I feel like we have become so accustomed to filters. What I've noticed about some of the filters on Snapchat, especially the flower crown, especially the blue one, is that they make us look perfect. They make us look good. It slims down our face. Everything that we want to do, everything we want to look like, it does. So the blue one, it slims down our face, makes our noses look long. We just look perfect, you know? And the flower crown makes us look lighter, makes our eyes look lighter. It's a very Eurocentric form of beauty that they are pushing, and it's so subliminal that you wouldn't even really realize that that's what's happening. And even the people that are Eurocentric, that look like that naturally, even they want to put a filter on to look even better. So we have to really question and think, what is this and what is this about? I don't think Snapchat is to blame. I think that we demand it. We demand this perfection. We demand to look perfect and look good all the time. So they're only feeding into what we want and what we desire. Because I know some people are like, if the Snapchat goes, I'll never use Snapchat again. I'm just like, bruh, seriously? Like, you are good enough just as you are. Honestly, you are good enough. And if you want to use Snapchat for fun, good. I want to use Snapchat filters for fun as well. But if you're like relying on it, and someone commented on my video the last time I posted, and they was like, I can't Snapchat without a filter. Like, that has become like my crutch. And I'm like, damn, this Snapchat filter addiction is real. Like, we want to show our best selves, fair enough. But if you cannot be confident as you are, no filters, no makeup, nothing, then we need to do some soul surgery. We need to do some soul searching and find out why. Why am I aspiring to look like something that I am not? Why am I aspiring to look like someone else? Am I not enough? How God made me, am I not enough? How many of us have put on our makeup, we look good, we feel good, and we've tried to take a selfie, and the selfie just won't cooperate. The selfie will not work. And how do you feel? You feel like, do I really look good? Is my makeup really nice? When you can't get that perfect selfie, it's just like, what's wrong with me? And like, you start feeling like some type of way. You can't, no one can tell me you don't start feeling some type of way, like, why can't I get a good selfie? You know, it's kind of frustrating. I truly don't think that your camera phone is a true reflection of what you look like. I feel like everything is selfie-ish. Selfie-ish, selfish, really selfish. It's really about ourselves. Like, even some cameras, like I've got a camera, I've got Sony a5100, and unless I can see myself when I'm talking, I don't like it. I don't like when I can't see myself when I'm talking. I'm like, but why? Well, right now I'm filming and I can't see myself, what I look like. When I first started making YouTube videos, there was loads of videos I wanted to film, and I did film, but because I didn't feel like I looked good, I was like, I'm not putting that out. Like, I can't put that out. We spend so much time looking at our reflection, it distracts from the essence of who we are, and we start thinking like, this is it. Like, this is how deep it goes, you know? When people are having a conversation with you, they're having a conversation with you, not your makeup, not your fleeky eyebrows, not your eyelashes. They're having a conversation with you. And sometimes when we do have on these things or this armor, sometimes the conversation cannot penetrate to where it needs to go, like right into your heart, because we are still wearing a mask. Like, imagine talking to someone with physically a mask on. You can't really see their expression. You don't really know what they're really thinking. And a lot of us walk around with masks on, and it can be hair and makeup, it can be clothes, it can be even laughing or being loud. That is a mask. Like, those are things that we put on to make ourselves feel secure and then make ourselves feel confident. When you really are, as you are, just enough. You don't have to change, you don't have to manipulate anything. You being who you are, being who God created you to be, is enough. And I think we just need to come into that understanding and don't look for your validation in anybody else, because the moment you start putting your hope and your trust into other people's validating you, that's when you become a slave to it. You become a slave to people's opinions. And that's definitely one thing that I'm learning, like, not to be a people pleaser. Like, I can't please everyone. Even these videos, I can't please everyone, and that's fine. Whoever they're for is going to be for them, and whoever you're for, you're going to be for them. There's nothing that you can do to try and manipulate or try and make someone want you. Be yourself. And there's such a beautiful feeling when you know you're truly being authentic and people love you anyway. When you truly know you're being the best version of yourself and people love you anyway, even if you've got flaws, even if you're flawed, even if you've got character flaws or physical flaws that you deem to be flaws, to know that people still love you irrespective of that, that should show you so much about yourself. So I was observing the other day, and someone made a comment, and it made me really think. And I think they were talking about like body confidence or something, or beauty, something like that. And they pointed out that the most of the girls who do have like fake bodies or are beautiful online, they're the ones that are famous. They are the ones with 1 million plus followers. So when you look at that, you think, oh, I have to compromise who I am to get to that. Like, I have to go and do surgery in order to be famous. And you can't blame those people for thinking that, because it's the way society has set it up. Like, if you think about the most popular person on social media, their looks are very important. And I think in our generation, this is the message that we're sending out. If you don't have a small waist, big bum, if you don't have fake tits, if you don't have face full of makeup, long weave down to the floor, like you're not relevant and you're not popping. That is so far from the truth. That is so far from the truth, because social media is its own world. And honestly, I still believe that people like natural. I truly believe that people still genuinely love that which is natural. And you have to remember, social media is very small. Because we live in this bubble, it appears to be so big. I was on the train the other day and I was monitoring, I was looking at everybody. None of the women that I see, no one had makeup on. No one had overly big bums. No, like this whole Hollywood bubble that social media has kind of created itself to be, it's not real. It's not reality. It's not real. Like, people are from day to day natural, and it's okay and it's fine. There's no pressure outside, in the outside world, away from social media. No one is trying so hard, and I feel like on social media a lot of people are trying too hard to be popular, trying too hard to be relevant. And it's like, for what reason? Just be you, just be yourself. And I know you can say, oh, but the people that are famous and are popping and have millions of followers, they had to become someone else to be that way. But as long as you're comfortable doing that, then more power to you. But I don't feel comfortable manipulating myself in order to get ahead. My thing is, my destiny is already planned out. My destiny is already set out. And I know that if I'm following God's purpose and His plan for my life, He's not going to ask me to do something crazy, like, or alter myself in a way in order to be famous. That is, for me, that's just not my life purpose. My life purpose is to be exactly who I am. And that's what's going to take me far. Not because I changed, or I changed my waist, or I did this. A lot of people do want to be famous. And I think we've created this fame-driven, I want to be relevant, but I don't know why, kind of generation. Why do you want to be famous? And I was speaking to someone yesterday, and she's in a law degree. And she said to me, oh, I feel like I have to put myself out on social media. I'm like, why? She's like, oh, I don't really know. I feel like I just want people to see that I'm successful. I'm like, but you are successful. How does people's affirmation make you successful? You're either successful or you're not. You can be successful without social media. It just so happens that there's this fast way to become successful, as it appears on social media, if you are what the world calls beautiful. Let's just face it. It's a fast way to get famous. But for average people, we may not be able to do that. We may not live in LA. We may not live in Hollywood. We may not have that lifestyle. That may not actually be our purpose anyway. So why are we striving for this kind of perfection? Is it for a man? Is it for a guy? Who are we really living for? Who are we really doing this for? My whole thing is, like, I don't think you can truly love yourself unless you accept all of who you are, unless you accept every flaw. And I'm not against changing anything or plastic surgery or doing whatever. But if you can first learn to love yourself, even if you speak to plastic surgeons, they will want to know if you're in your right mind first. They want to know that you're not trying to change yourself to make yourself feel a certain way. They're like, okay, you want an improvement, cool. But a lot of surgeons are like, they want to check your mental state. They want to check where your mind is at. And my whole soul surgery is about, let's get your mind right. Let's get your soul together first before you can actually go and say, if I change this, I will be happier. No, you can be happy now. You can make a decision to be happy right now. Happiness is not a destination. It's not a place. It's a choice. So you can choose to be happy with a big nose. I can choose to be happy with my nose. I can choose to be happy with my weight. Does that mean that I don't want to change it? Does that mean that I don't want to get fit and get slimmer? Of course. But if you can learn to love yourself where you are right now, that's how you can get to that place. Let's say you had like a child and you wanted them to behave better. You wanted them to do well in school, yeah? How would you encourage that change? By hate or by love? Love changes things. Love changes yourself and love changes people. It's loving your imperfections and being like, okay, because I love my body, I want to change it. Because I love myself, I want to change this. Because I love myself, I want to learn, let's say, money management. Because I love myself. Because I love myself, I want to work out and keep fit and be the best version of myself physically. Because I love myself. So it all starts from a place of self-love. It all starts from knowing and believing and trusting in who you are and who God made you to be, you know? I challenge anyone that's trying to change something or maybe you want to lose weight or you're not body confident. Do it from a place of love. Look at yourself and say, wow, right now I'm beautiful. Right now I accept my body, every roll, every muffin top. I love this body that I'm in. So because I love myself, I'm going to go and sign up for a gym membership. Because I love myself, I'm going to put down the hamburger and pick up the apple. Because I love myself, I'm going to nurture and cherish the body that God has given me from a place of love. If you're sitting there like, I hate my body, I hate my body, I hate my body, that does not change nothing. It does not change it. You just start feeling depleted inside. When you constantly, imagine someone coming up to you every day and being like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. How is that really going to make you feel? But a lot of us look ourselves in the mirror and we're like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. And I shared before that I used to look in the mirror and I couldn't find anything that I liked. I used to look in the mirror and find every single thing that's wrong. And I think a lot of us do that. Let's look in the mirror and see, what do I love about myself? What can I embrace about myself? What don't I like? Well, what can I still love even though I don't like it? If you do this daily, it will become a habit and you actually will grow to love who you are. That is actually what will happen to you. And I think it's really important to have pride in our parents. I think it's beautiful to take care of yourself. I think it's beautiful to adorn yourself, make yourself feel good, make yourself look presentable. As long as you want to do that. If you want to look presentable, then do it. If you don't want to look presentable, you don't feel like it, cool, whatever. You're not tied to anything. But if you want to dress up and make yourself feel good, and maybe you want to wear that dress or you want to wear those high heels today, even though you're not really going anywhere, if you want to do that to make yourself feel like, yes, I've got this, like, it's like power dress. You dress how you want to feel. So like people will maybe wear like blazers because they want to feel like, yes, I'm about my business. So you dress how you feel. But there's a pride in your parents that becomes arrogance. And that's where it becomes vanity and a difference between self-love. And I said the other day that my insecurities make me humble. And when I'm humble, I'm relatable. And when I'm relatable, I can help people. Like we've all seen people who we cannot relate to. There's nothing that we can relate to about them. And it's like, because they're just so lofty, they're just very arrogant. And those people, sorry, they're going to be lonely for the rest of their life if they don't change their attitude, because nobody wants to just be able just to look at you and admire you without actually like being able to get something more. You know, what more can you offer me than your face? A lot of people liked in my last video, don't be eye candy, be soul food. And that's what it is. It's like, how can you as a person bring something to a conversation or bring something to someone else's life apart from your parents? You can be happy with the way you look, but being proud, it just smells bad. It's like a bad attitude. It just smells bad. You don't feel good when you're around someone that is arrogant, constantly talking about themselves, constantly looking at themselves, just full of themselves. That's what it means to be full of yourself. Like, it's all about me, and it's all very selfish and very selfie. And I talk about the selfie because I've realized the pattern of just constantly being so self-absorbed and just me. And like, you start rotting away as a person. Like, you literally become a rotten person, because it's like, you don't care about anybody else. You see someone crossing the road and they're struggling, but you've got on your high heels and you're like, I ain't bending down, I ain't trying to help you. Or you feel like you're too good to be in a certain place. Like, that kind of thing is like, no, chill out. And like, I used to joke with my niece, like, relax, humble yourself, or I'll wipe off your eyebrow. Because I noticed that when she had her makeup on, she was a totally different person. She was just doing too much. I had to be like, I'll get a wipe and I'll wipe off your eyebrow, and you will humble yourself, okay? So a lot of us, we need to just humble ourselves and just be chill. Like, you're beautiful, love that, but just humble yourself real quick, okay? Because I feel like we do take on a different persona when we feel like we have it all together. But notice that you're more than that. Notice that you're more than you're a parent. I feel like that some men will sacrifice a good heart, a good woman, for good looks. Something that just looks good, but not necessarily is good. We can't judge things on appearance, and with social media, I see it every single day. People judging for what they can see, and it's just like, slow down, relax. You don't know the whole story. So we can't just take one picture of some woman because she looks good, say that she's an upgrade. And men have a lot to answer for, because they're really doing themselves a disservice, because they'll say they love girls that are natural, but then they'll go after girls who are fake. What do you really love? We are raising a generation that just cares about their parents and looks. And there's a lot of young people that couldn't even do what I'm doing now. They couldn't fathom taking off their makeup or going natural or shaving their head, because they're too obsessed with what people think, and mainly boys. And rightly so, because boys do have a big influence on us, especially growing up. What boys thought about us was very, very important. But you get to an age where you're like, you cannot do anything for me anyway, so why am I caring so much about what you think? At the end of the day, I've only got to marry one man. Only one person has got to find me attractive. If you think about it that way, you're not going to be searching for the attention of many. And I really think that all these Instagram models and these Instagram models, they are looking for the attention of many men. So they're taking pictures of their back, their bum, to just appease this audience that they've created. And it's like men are now being brainwashed. They don't know what's natural. They don't know what they want. They say they want a good girl, a girl that's gonna be a mother to their children, but they're going chasing after girls that are just far from thoughts. They're chasing girls that are far from what they actually desire, but they're caught up. They're so caught up and they're lost in the source, that they're so lost in this whole perception of some fake reality. It's a fake reality. I definitely still believe that there are men out there who will love you for who you are, big bum or not, flat bum or not. There's girls out there that don't have it all other girls have. They don't have what they have, but they are still happy. They're in a relationship, they're happy, you know? So if we are doing these things, or we want doing these things for attention, and I know, because when I was a teenager, I used to be the biggest attention seeker. If you did not turn your head when I walked past, I would be pissed, and I'll try and change to try and grab someone's attention, until you grow up and you realize that you can't pay your bills with attention. You can't pay your bills with other people's affirmation. It means absolutely nothing. What truly matters is what you believe about yourself and what you think about yourself. Anyone that comes to say anything extra is extra. If you give me a compliment, cool. But I'm not living for your compliments. I'm not living for your compliment. Whether you say I look nice or not, I still know I look nice. I still think I'm beautiful, whether you say it or not. I'm cool. I'm not living for your approval. You can add to it and I'll be like, cool, thank you, I appreciate it, I take it in. I'm nice enough to take your compliment. But it's like, if you didn't say nothing, I would be fine as well, because now I've built something inside of myself. I've built something that is of more value, you know, and I'm focusing inwards as opposed to looking on the outside. Because like I said, we're all gonna age. There's no need to fighting reality. We're all gonna age. We're all gonna change. Our looks are gonna change. Our hair's gonna go grey. What are you gonna do? You're gonna spend your whole life trying to stay young. Why? Let life do life. Let life do what it needs to do for you, and learn the lessons along the way. Focus on being a lovely person inside. And a lot of you may be asking, how do I start loving myself? It comes with acceptance. Accepting this is who I am. God does not make mistakes. The way you're shaped, the way you speak, the environment you grew up in is not a mistake. Every single thing happens for a reason. And if you can internalize that and truly believe that you are okay, not perfect, but real, you're okay as you are. As long as you can learn to speak that over your life and believe that, because I really feel like faith comes by hearing. Faith comes by repeating. Every day you wake up and say, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, I'm intelligent, I'm beautiful. Speak what you want and not what you see. For me, for so long, because I had internalized this ugly thing, I just constantly said it. Every time I looked in the mirror, I'm like, ugh, you're ugly. Like, I would just keep seeing it. But what you want to do is speak what you don't see until you start believing that which you do see. And your eyes will become into focus. You'll have 20/20 vision. You'll be able to see exactly what you have been your whole life. You will realize that you were born beautiful, not just physically, but internally as well. So accepting the things that you cannot change is like the beginning. It's the beginning. If you're saying, how can I begin to love myself? Acceptance. Accepting yourself just as you are, knowing that you are good enough, and like, even if I don't like this, even if I don't like this nose that God has the best for me, even if I don't like the fact that my boobs are small, even if I don't like the fact that I don't have hips or I don't have a bum, I'll be like, you're good. Just be like, I'm okay with it. And as long as you become okay with it, nothing anyone says will matter, because I know people that have bigger noses than I do, but their nose is not their problem. They've accepted it. It's fine. It's cool. So when you accept it, nothing that anyone else can say will actually move you from that position, because you know, like, this is it. This is it. So imagine there was no plastic surgery. There was no quick fixes in the world. What would you have to do? And if you can think about that, do just that. You'd have to learn to accept yourself and be like, this is it. This is what I have to work with. So I'm going to work it. And the girls that are the most confident are the people that work what they have, even the imperfection. I've seen girls so confident. Were they the hottest girls? No. There's a difference between vain confidence and real confidence. The confidence that is real is the one that says, yep, my teeth may have bare gaps in it, but you know what, I'm popping, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm still gonna go out, I'm still gonna achieve in life because I don't care. It's cool, it's not gonna stop me. The other vain confidence is, look what I've done, look at my face, I've done my boobs and stuff, now I can be confident. That is false confidence and you do not want that. You don't want the only time you can be confident in yourself is when you've chosen to change something about yourself. That's not real confidence. Real confidence is accepting that I'm perfectly flawed, like I'm perfectly imperfect, and that's completely okay. I'm fine with it. And I think you need to know that you can become okay with your flaws. Like, I'm becoming okay with my flaws. I'm good. I know that what I've been able to build inside by accepting myself is so much more than I could have ever got by even trying to change myself. You really have to search deep within and really find out what is the core of my happiness. Is my happiness going to come from having the perfect nose, perfect face, perfect body? No, because you're still going to be unhappy. Even if you change everything and everything now looks perfect, the emptiness that you left in your soul is still going to be there. Now do the work. So do the work from the inside out. And I promise you, when you do the work from the inside out, you won't even have to change anything outside, because you'll then start to radiate from the inside and you'll become a attractive person. Attraction is not just physical, by the way. Attraction is your inside coming out and you're attracting people to you because of your spirit, because of your energy, because of how you feel about yourself. Confidence is attractive. Like, let no one tell you any different, but not the false kind of confidence that comes from physical appearance. The confidence that comes with, oh, I like myself, I'm cool, I'm kind of cute, I'm cute, whatever. You can get to that stage without thinking that I have to go and do something and change and alter. No, cancel out that. Say, I'm going to be strong, because it takes a strong person to accept who they are. It's a very strong person to be like, I may not look like the girl in the magazine, but I'm pretty, I'm cute, I'm good, I'm okay. And someone's going to find me attractive. And even if they don't, I'm going to be happy with myself. I'm going to look in the mirror every day and I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be like, I like being me. I like myself right now. And that is priceless, because you can see the girls that are at the top. There's girls at the top, they do not like themselves, because liking yourself is not finding yourself pretty or attractive. Liking yourself is liking who you are. And who you are isn't all this. Who you are is your soul. So if you can say, I like myself, that is success. That is a successful life. That is a good base to start life with. Because when you like yourself, it shows. You can go into that job interview and like, oh, I didn't get a job. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll try another one, because I still like myself. My self-esteem is still intact, because I'm like, oh, cool, you don't like me? Well, I like me. Someone else will find me employable, you know? So if you can start with yourself, you'll be fine. And I just want to send a message to young girls out there. Do not go after instant gratification, because it does not make you happy. Do you know what makes you happy? Slow progress. Slowly, with morals, climbing up. Because when you get there, you'll know it's my morals, it's my character that got me there, and not my physical appearance. Because when your physical appearance starts to nosedive, because you get to a certain age, or God forbid you're in a car accident, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Oh, I hate myself, I can't live anymore. Because what? I'm now become less a person because I've aged? Like, you really have to think. You can't just think right now. You have to think about the future. And these girls who are popping now, we don't know where they're going to be 10 years from now. We don't know what kind of addictions they're going to have. We don't know what kind of scandals they're going to have in the newspaper. And you may look at them and be like, oh, I want to be them so bad. You don't know the full story, that's for one. You don't know what they have to go through or what they had to do to get to where they are right now. They may have to start stripping off layers. And I know, like, even in like the modeling world, some models have to actually like sleep their way up to get to where they are. It's not just because of how beautiful they are, because there's a ton of beautiful people out there, but there's a lot of people that don't have integrity. And you want to be able to sleep at night. You want to be able to face your family at family gatherings and be like, I've made an honest living, not because I have to take my bra off or take this out or show myself on Instagram. You want to be happy and you want to be proud of yourself, not because of what you look like, but because of who you're becoming. And I thank you guys for watching this video. Please, please, please continue. And if you haven't started already, start to love yourself, start to accept yourself. And it's a journey. I'm not saying I'm up here already, but I'm damn sure further than when I started, you know. And I've been doing this self-love journey for years. It's not just the start of this soul surgery. I've been doing it for years, and the person that I am now has always been inside of me. It just wasn't free to fully express itself in a way that it could have. And constantly I'm peeling back layers so that I can fully be the person that I know I'm supposed to be. And you can be that person as well. You can be completely happy even being flawed. So I challenge you just to start loving yourself. Say something nice about yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I'm beautiful, I am wise, I am intelligent, I have a purpose. Start speaking positively of yourself. Start speaking what you want and not what you see, because looks are deceiving. Where you are right now is not the end destination. Where you are right now doesn't mean that's where you'll end up. Be kind to yourself, love yourself, strive to be better, but also enjoy where you are. There's a beauty in being content. There's a beauty in being like, okay, cool, I'm here right now. I'm going to enjoy myself on this level. I'm going to enjoy the people that are around me on this level. And instead of constantly striving to be this person that you don't even know if you get that you like that person that you've become. But slow growth is the most beautiful thing ever. Like, I can say that. So I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Y'all should come in my video. Come on. Yeah. You should put some Beyonce on. Wake up. Post up.